Hi everyone, so welcome back to the channel. So myself Raza, and in the previous video we have discussed the statistics. So first 20 questions related to the Ntse, and they are also useful for APSSC, TSSSC and 10th Cbse boards, right? So if you haven't watched that video, so please go through my channel. So there you can find my first part of this statistics, right? So in the second part, so we are going to discuss the next questions. So from question number 21. Now let us see question number 21. So if the mean and median of the data x1, 2 times of x1 and x2. So here the order of x1, 2x1 and x2 is given is 6. Then what is the value of x2? So first of all let us see what is the mean. So here mean as well as median. So both are given as 6. So first of all we will be talking about mean. So what is meant by mean? So mean is equal to sum of observations by number of observations. So here what is mean? So mean is given as 6 is equal to sum of observations. So x1 plus 2 times of x1 plus x2 divided by number of observations is 3. Now from this, so when I cross multiply, this gives me 18 is equal to x1 plus 2x1 is 3 times of x1 plus x2, right? So let this be equation number 1. The same way, next moving on to median. So among this x1, 2x1 and x2. So x1, 2x1 comma x2. So this is nothing but my ascending order, right? Then the middlemost one will be my median. But what he has given median as? So it is nothing but 6. So from this directly I can write it as 2 times of x1 is equal to 6. So from this x1 is equal to 6 divided by 2, which is nothing but 3. Now directly substituting the value of 3 here. So 3 into x1 is 3 is plus x2. So 3 times of 3 is 9. So when I transpose, x2 is equal to 18 minus 9, which is equal to 9. So clearly the value of x2 is 9. Next moving on to question number 22. The length of class interval of 90 to 99. So if you want to find the length of class interval, so from 90 to 99. So here if you observe, it is inclusive class. So when it is inclusive class, so what we can do? So 99 minus 90 plus 1. So 99 minus 90 plus 1. So what I am going to get? 9 plus 1, so which is equal to 10. Hence the length of class interval of this particular class interval is 10. Next moving on to question number 23. The measure of central tendency in which every value in the data is considered. So when every value in the data is considered means, so it is nothing but arithmetic mean. So in arithmetic mean we are having by number of observations, right? So in sum of observations also we are going to consider all the observations. Hence arithmetic mean is the measure of central tendency in which we are going to use every value of the data. Next moving on to question number 24. The arithmetic mean of first n odd natural numbers is. So what about first n odd natural numbers? So those are nothing but 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. So first n odd natural numbers means the last odd natural number is 2n minus 1, because this is nothing but my nth term of odd natural number. So it is 2n minus 1. Now if I want to find out the arithmetic mean of this first n odd natural numbers, it is given by sum of observations by number of observations, which is nothing but 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus and so on plus 2n minus 1 whole divided by how many observations are considered? N. Hence sum of first n odd natural numbers. So sum of first n odd natural numbers is given by n square divided by n. So in n square gets n times. Hence the answer is n. Right. Next moving on to question number 25. So here the mean of 10 numbers is 7 and the mean of 15 numbers is 12. Then the combined mean is. So whenever you are asked to find out the combined mean, so first of all find out the sum of individual observations, right? So sum of 10 observations. So here sum of 10 observations is given by mean of 10 observations into 10 observations. So which is nothing but 7 into 10, which gives me 70. The same way, sum of these 15 observations is given by mean of 15 observations into number of observations is 15, which is given by 12 into 15. So 150 plus 30, which gives me 180. Now finally, what do I need? Combined mean. So combined mean means total sum by total number of observations. So total sum is S10 plus S15 by total number of observations is 10 plus 15. So this gives me 70 plus 180 divided by 25. So 70 plus 180 is nothing but 250 divided by 25. So which gives me 10. Hence the answer is 10. Next, moving on to question number 26. Range of first n natural numbers is. So already we know range is nothing but maximum value minus minimum value. So what is the maximum value of first n natural numbers? So it is nothing but n, and the minimum of n natural numbers is 1. So hence the difference of n minus 1 is my range. Hence the answer is n minus 1. Next, moving on to question number 27. If the upper boundary of a class is 30, upper boundary of a class is, so if I consider a class interval, so this is nothing but my upper boundary. So this is 30 and the class interval is 10, and the class interval is 10. So this gap is 10. Then what about lower boundary? So lower boundary is 20. So 30 minus 10 is 20. Hence the answer is 20. So this is possible only for exclusive classes. So this formula is applicable only for exclusive classes. Next, moving on to question number 28. The average marks scored by girls is 68 and that of boys is 62. The average marks of the whole class is 64. Then the ratio of girls and boys in the class is. So here he did not mention the strength of the class. So for suppose if I consider boys, so number of boys as B and number of girls as G. Number of girls as G and number of boys as B. So first of all, let us see what about girls. So the mean of girls is 68, right? So number of girls are G. That means sum of girls. So directly I am going with sum of girls. So sum of girls is equal to mean of girls into number of girls. So number of girls is G. So what is mean of girls? So 68G, right? The same way sum of boys. So sum of boys is given by, so mean of boys into number of boys is B. So mean of boys is 62B. Now finally what he has given, average marks of whole class. So whole class means, so both boys and girls will be no. So sum of whole class. So sum of whole class means sum of girls plus boys, which is equal to mean of boys plus girls into boys plus girls. So which is given by, so mean of boys and girls is 64. So 64 into B plus G. So when I multiply this, I am going to get 64B plus 64G. But so in the previous video we have discussed so a similar problem. Here sum of girls plus sum of boys is equal to sum of girls plus boys, right? So from this what I can say is sum of girls plus sum of the boys is equal to sum of girls plus boys. So which is nothing but sum of whole class. Now from this I can write it as 68G plus 62B is equal to 64B plus 64, sorry, here it is G, right? So 64G. Now transposing the like terms, so this 64G I am transposing to left hand side and this 62B I am transposing to right hand side. Then what I am going to have, 68G minus 64G is equal to 64B minus 62B. 68G minus 64G is 4 times of G is equal to 64 minus 62 is 2 times of B. Now what is he asking? The ratio of girls and boys. So girls to boys, so G by B is equal to 2 by 4. So 2 by 4 is nothing but 1 by 2. which is nothing but 1:2. Hence the answer is 1:2. Next, moving on to question number 29. So among the following, the measure which cannot be determined graphically is. So among all these, so if you want mean, so mean we can find out using the graph. Median also we can find out using the ogive curve. Mode we can find out by using histograms. Whereas range we cannot obtain by graph, right? So mean we can obtain, median we can obtain by ogive curve, and mode by histograms. So range is the thing which we cannot obtain graphically, right? Next, moving on to question number 30. So mean of 5 numbers is 18. Mean of 5 numbers is 18. So when mean and number of observations are given, directly find out the sum of observations. So sum of 5 observations is given by 18 into 5. So which is nothing but 90. Now next, what he has given, if one number is excluded. So one number is excluded means, so one observation is removed, then their mean is 16. So what he has given, if one is excluded, that means how many observations will be? Only 4 observations. So from this, S4 is equal to, so already he has given the mean, no? So mean of 4 observations, it is 16 into how many observations? 4. So which is equal to 16 4s are 64. Now what is he asking? The excluded number is. Now since 5 observations sum gave me 90. Now 4 observations sum will be 64. So from this clearly that excluded number means, so among these 5 numbers, if I remove these 4 numbers, then I am going to get that excluded number, right? So excluded number is, so excluded number is equal to S5 minus S4. Okay, so S5 means, so you are going to have those 5 observations sum. Next, S4 means nothing but the observations without that excluded number. So if I remove those 4 numbers, then I am going to get the 5th observation, which is nothing but given by 90 minus 64. So what is the value? 10 minus 4 is 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. So hence the answer is 26. Hence the excluded number is 26. Next, moving on to question number 31. Sum of the deviations of the variable values 6, 8, 9, 13, 14 from 10 is. So is asking you to find out the sum of deviations from 10. So from 10. So this is nothing but my a value. So xi minus a. So which is nothing but 6 minus 10 is minus 4. 8 minus 10 is minus 2. 9 minus 10 is minus 1. 13 minus 10 is plus 3. 14 minus 10 is plus 4. Now since I need a sum of deviations, so this is nothing but my sum of deviations. So sum of deviations is given by, so plus 4 minus 4 gets cancelled, so 3 minus 3 gets cancelled. Hence the sum of deviations is 0. Hence the answer is 0 here. Next, moving on to question number 32. The mean of all factors of 24. So what is he asking? The mean of all factors of 24. So first of all, write down the factors of 24. So factors of 24. So first of all, write down. So 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 into 8, 4 into 6. Next, reverse. So you will be getting 6 into 4 likewise. Again you are going to get the same things. Now from this, directly, what are the factors? So factors of 24 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12 and 24. Now I am going to find out the mean of all these factors. So mean is equal to sum of all these numbers. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8 plus 12 plus 24 divided by, so totally how many factors we have? So totally 8 factors is equal to, so what is the sum? So 24. So 12 plus 8, 20, 44. So 54. 54 plus 3, 57. 59, 60. So it is nothing but 60 divided by 8. So 60 divided by 8 means, so how much I am going to get? So it is 30 by 4. So which is nothing but 15 by 2, which is nothing but 7.5. Hence the answer is 7.5. Next, moving on to question number 33. So what he has given, the mean of n observations is x bar. If the first observation is increased by 1, second observation by 2, and so on, then the new mean is. Now let us see. For suppose the first observation, so if I consider x1 and the second observation is x2 plus third observation is x3, likewise if I consider n observations, so x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus so on, xn divided by n is equal to some x bar. Okay, so from this I am going to get the sum. So x1 plus x2 plus and so on plus xn is equal to n times of x bar, right? So keep it aside. Now what is he asking? If first term is increased by 1, second term by 2. So if each term is increased by its particular suffix value, that means what I can write it as x1 plus 1 is my first observation, plus x2 plus 2 is my second observation, plus x3 plus 3 is my third observation. So likewise if I am going on increasing, so the last observation will be xn plus n, and I am going to find out the mean of this, right? So mean of this means whole divided by n. Now from this I can write it as x1 plus x2. So I am going to write the variables as it is. So x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus and so on plus xn plus, now writing down the numbers. So here plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 and so on. Likewise I can write as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus n whole divided by n. Now clearly x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus so on xn. So already its value is given here, right? So this value is n into x bar. So directly I am going to write n into x bar plus, here these are nothing but the sum of first n natural numbers only, no? So these all are nothing but sum of first n natural numbers. So already we know the formula n into n plus 1 divided by 2 whole divided by n. In the numerator I can take n as common, then I can write as x bar plus n plus 1 divided by 2 whole divided by n. So this n gets cancelled. So finally the answer is x bar plus n plus 1 by 2. So the answer is x bar plus n plus 1 by 2. So option 3. Next, moving on to question number 34. For a given data, mean and mode are 24, 21. Then the median is. So already we know the empirical relation between mean, median and mode. So using that relation we are going to find out the value of median. So what is the relation? Already we know mode is equal to. So how to remember? 3 times of median minus 2 times of mean. So from this already we know the values of mean and mode. So mean is 24 and mode is 21. So directly substituting the value, 21 is equal to 3 times of median minus 2 times of mean is nothing but 24. So 2 into 24 is 48. So when I transpose, this becomes 21 plus 48 is equal to 3 times of median, right? So 21 plus 48 is 69. 8 plus 1 is 9, 4 plus 2 is 6 is equal to 3 times of median. So from this, median is equal to 69 divided by 3. So which gives me 23. Hence the median is 23. Next, moving on to question number 35. The father of statistics. So who is the father of statistics? So is nothing but Sir Ronald Fisher. So is the father of statistics. Next, coming to the remaining names. So Rene Descartes is nothing but the father of coordinate geometry. So here, since we are having options, so we need to learn all the fathers. So Rene Descartes is father of coordinate geometry. So because of this his name, so Cartes means Cartesian coordinate system, right? Next, Arthur Gale is the father of matrices. Next, George Cantor is the father of sets. So these things you need to add addition, so learn additionally, right? Next, moving on to question number 36. The median of ungrouped data is 15. One observation is changed from 20 to 25. One observation is changed from 20 to 25. Then the new median is, see here, median is 15. So median means it is present exactly at the middle. So there are some observations before this 15 and there are some observations after this 15. So this 15 is at the middle. Now what I am doing, so there is one observation 20, I am changing it as 25. So 20 means somewhere it will be after 15, right? So this particular 20 I am changing it as 25. So if there is a change in left hand side or right hand side, there won't be any effect on the central value. So that is nothing but, so what we can understand from this, the extreme values cannot change the median of a data, right? The extreme values cannot change the median of the data, hence the median remains the same. Hence the median remains the same, right? Next, moving on to question number 37. The mid value of class interval A to B is, so mid value formula. So here you need to remember the value of mid value. So mid value is nothing but given by lower limit plus upper limit. So it is nothing but lower limit plus upper limit by 2. Here what is lower limit here? A plus upper limit is B, so divided by 2. Hence the answer is A plus B by 2. So you need to remember this formula. Next, moving on to question number 38. The most dependable average is, see, wherever you use, so we are going to use mean. So it is the most dependable average. Next, moving on to question number 39. The mode of first n natural numbers. So n natural numbers means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on n. See, what is meant by mode? So mode means frequently repeated data. So here in the first n natural numbers, is there any number which is being repeated? So all the numbers are distinct, right? So there won't be any mode for this particular data. Hence the mode of the first n natural numbers is does not exist. Next, moving on to question number 40. The median of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on 2n plus 1 is. Now let us see this question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on 2n plus 1 and so on 2n plus 1. So the last number is 2n plus 1. Now if you observe, so what will be there in the middle? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and so on. So there will be some n, right? After that n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3 and so on. You will have 2n, 2n plus 1, 2n, 2n plus 1. Now if you observe, so what will be there at the middle? So what is the meaning of 2n plus 1? So 2n plus 1 means it is nothing but an odd number. That means we are going to have the last number as an odd number. Okay, so if you want to do it in a simple way, simply consider the first 3 numbers, right? So here the last number is odd number. Then what is the median? So what is the median? Median is 2. So this 2 is obtained. So this 2 is obtained by adding these 2. So 1 plus 3 by 2, right? So n plus 1 by 2. The same way, so what will be the median of this particular data? So it is given by, so 3 plus 1 by 2. So what is the answer? Now let us see this. So from this, if you observe 2n plus 1, so 2n plus 1, how can I write it as? N, 1 and n. So n plus 1 plus n is nothing but 2n plus 1. That means, so from 1 to n I am having n observations. So from n plus 2 to 2n plus 1 again I am having n observations, and this particular thing which is at the middle, So this is nothing but my, so what is this? So this is my median. Understood? So whenever you are having 2n plus 1 observations, so 2n plus 1 I can write it as n plus 1 plus n. That means, so to the left of 1 I am having n observations, to the right of 1 I am having n observations. That means this middlemost one is nothing but my median. So clearly from 1 to n I have n observations, from n plus 2 to 2n plus 1 I am having n observations, then the middlemost one is nothing but my median. Hence what is the answer? It is nothing but n plus 1. It is nothing but n plus 1. Okay. Now you might get a doubt. So here I have considered 1, 2, 3. Right. So when I get 3, so it is nothing but 2 times of 1 plus 1. Right. So 2 into 1 plus 1. That means the last number 3 I can write as 2 times of 1 plus 1. So from this I need to get the median as 2. So how can I get 2? When I add 1 to this 1, then I am going to consider, so then I am going to get the value of the median as 2. Right. So likewise we can find out the median of this particular data. So that 2n plus 1 I am going to split as n, 1 and n. Then in the middlemost value I am going to have only one observation, which is nothing but my median. Right. So stay connected with the channel. So thank you for watching the video.